always said, but this was the only tree that lives.
Wow.
So I always called it the tree of hope. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Sit back, relax, and take a ride with us for a tour of Browntown Farms, which is located in Warfield, Virginia. If you missed part 1 of this series, make sure you check it out to learn more about this very special place, operated by the father and son team, Herbert Brown Sr. and Herbert Brown Jr. We learned a lot and we laughed a lot. It was a very special day. Enjoy!
It has a designation as a century farm. For any farm, black, white, or other, that has been in someone's hands for over 100 years, it is designated a century farm.
We started growing produce, and we didn't grow it really to sell. We just grew it for the community to give it away and all. And we grew like an acre of collard greens, and they just turned out perfect. And we couldn't sell them. We ain't had no background in marketing and sales, and ain't like. At that time, the local food movement wasn't really popular. Everybody was still in the grocery store and all of that. But of course, now things have kind of switched towards the other way. In 2013, we wanted to grow a crop that was going to attract people and bring people here. So we started growing strawberries, and that became our #1 thing. I guess for the last 8 years, and it's been a good journey on the farm.
Around, you see that big tall tree there. On the right of that tree, going further, is some more brown. That's why it's called Browntown Farms, because there's more than one farm here.
No.
But it's only one active farm. That's the one my dad has. And on the right side is another side of the family. So that's 40 acres over there and 40 acres over there. And it's set idle for a long time. We used to plant tobacco and stuff.
What we'll do now, we'll start walking and talking.
We're pulling an order of collard greens.
Oh.
So it's something that's going to go today. It's fresh today.
Can we put an order in for some collard greens?
Pardon me?
Can we put an order in
Sure,
for some collard greens?
sure.
Okay, good.
It'd be even better. You come out and pick your own. You know you taste good there.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna just give you a real quick rundown of this, and then we're gonna start walking and talking. These collard greens we planted. This is about a half an acre. So if anybody else, what is an acre? This is about half an acre. This field here, and we normally rotate this field. We plant strawberries here and other crops on this field, but of course, this is a busy time for us because Thanksgiving and everybody eat collard greens and sweet potatoes. That's the main thing that everybody wants. And you see the color of these leaves here? Yeah. They just old leaves, because these were the first leaves to grow. These were the first leaves to grow on that plant, so that's why they discolor. So that we can go through and take all these leaves off. That's bad. And what that's gonna do is gonna help the rest of the plant grow.
Yeah.
So
like chop and drop.
This whole field, it'll be ideal if we were to go take all these old leaves off, so we can take the growth back to the main plant.
Yeah.
And what we do, we sell the collard greens by the bunches. The reason why we sell the collard greens by the bunches is that when I go and pick these collards, what's probably gonna be left is probably just this little top here. But then by Christmas, they'll grow a little bit more.
Yeah.
And this will be real sweet. But so on Christmas, we just come and cut the tops. So we kind of get 2 pickings off of versus cutting the whole head.
Have y'all had a frost yet?
Oh yeah, last night.
Oh, last night. Oh, you did. You did say that.
Yeah, we had about three frosts already. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go on down the hill, and we'll see some more stuff.
These greens are not ready for picking yet, are they?
Yeah, they ready. Yep, they ready.
We can get some greens today.
For sure.
It's like this. I know.
So this is other kale. So right here we got different type of kales. And on this kale, we didn't use no fertilizer. We only use mushroom compost. And we've been picking. And the good thing about kale is the more you pick it, the more it grows. The better it likes to grow.
Cut and come again. That's what it's all about.
So that's we got a Florida broadleaf mustard, that really light green one over there.
Yeah, that one is beautiful. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, that's really good. When people starting to really like that one. And of course we got regular mustard, red Russian kale, and then this is the smooth kale here. First thing I would recommend to anybody who want to farm or get into gardening or anything is determine the scale that you want to garden. You want to figure out what you want to do and how big or small you want to do it.
Yes.
Because that helps with determining how you move forward. Now, if I'm going to say I'm going to have a 10 by 20 garden or 10 by 10 garden, I know what I'm dealing with, right? All right, am I going to stop there, or am I going to grow? Because if I'm going to grow, I can start my garden here, but maybe I should put it in this spot because I can open it up, or I can begin to rotate the soil and do things, right?
Yes.
But if I know, okay, I want to have a 3-acre farm, I got to figure out what type of equipment I'm going to use. Am I going to do it all by hand, or am I going to get a tractor? Because then what I'm saying is it can start adding up.
Yes.
So you want to figure out the scale, and then as far as learning, YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube is good. They got a couple good books out there. A book that I really, really recommend if you really want to get into farming, especially on with like market gardens and stuff, it's called The Lean Farm.
Okay.
Now, this book is real good. I ain't finished it, but it's good. And basically, the lean farm, you want to farm lean, meaning you want to create your farm and your space in a way, you want to design it in a way that works.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, we put this tool shed here. Now, imagine if we down here working and we need a certain tool, we got to get on a gate or get in a truck and go way back up there to bring it back. Yeah, but add that time up towards the end of the year, you done wasted hours and hours and hours of just running.
Yeah.
So you want to have your tools close by. You want to have things in place close by. You want to set up, your cold storage and stuff in a way that makes a good flow. And it really don't make a lot of sense, but when you start doing it, it's like it really helps the flow. This stuff right here is called mushroom compost. The load itself costs $1,100 to get it here. The load, $1,100 bill. But the compost itself costs $90 for a whole tractor trailer load. Wow. So the tractor trailer, look, the freight company made $1,000 about bringing the load, but this stuff costs $90. Look at the invoice and it said $90.
Yeah.
And $1,000 for the freight. I said, oh man, that is great.
We visited the high tunnels where they grow food year-round, and we learned that location is everything when it comes to food production.
Right now, this house is getting direct sun coming from here, in which those houses are getting sun coming from the vertical side. So the way you set the house up.
There were challenges over the years, but the Browns never gave up hope.
I always called the tree of hope.
We were excited to find out that they had more than just chickens hanging out at the farm.
Did y'all make it?
Yeah, they dug it. They dug it. Yeah.
So
Awesome.
is it lined or y'all just?
No, it just dug a hole and it hit the spring, and then it fills up.
Did y'all populate it with stock?
There's fish in there. We haven't stocked it. I want to stock it. That's probably my next project. But it was stocked way back when. There's some nice size bass in there. Okay. Go to the spring right now. We can show you how it's fed. Worry about the spring. You got a spring. The water stays 55 degrees all year round.
Wow.
55 degrees. It can be 100 degrees outside. This water will be 55 degrees. It can be 5 degrees. The water can be warm to touch. So now, the day is an average day, so the water's cold.
Can you drink it? Can you drink it?
You can, but it's gonna be something in it. Back in the day, they used to like put the watermelons in the spring while they work in the tobacco field. Take the watermelons, put in the spring to keep them cold. Yeah.
The farm has been a location for social activities. In the past couple of years, the pandemic has slowed down those events, but they hope to resume soon.
We like events, but COVID killed everything last year. So we'll keep y'all posted on what we do. I love to have y'all come out and experience it. Experience it the Browntown way. Yeah.